Welcome to Lanmou Spiritual. This is a general reading for the first week of March 2020 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anyone who feel like watching this reading. And regardless of the time period as well. Alright, folks? We are starting out with the Wisdom Oracle. Ooh, okay. Let's see what messages Spirit have for you, Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Let's get a main theme for the energy. And this first week reading really will cover the whole month, okay? Not just that, okay, we have a flipper, there we go. Oh, between worlds. Between worlds, at the bottom we have yin. Number 2, feminine energy, okay? Some of you here, it's almost kind of like you must be really feeling quite feminine. You must be in your feminine energy, or Spirit is calling you to tap into that feminine energy. And we have number 2 at the bottom of the deck, and we have number 3 that came out for you, that flipped out, which is oh, I don't know why that just kind of, I just went like this. I never do that with this deck because they tend to be like this, but I just folded it in like that. For some of you, that means something, especially the way this is like there's a divide here, all right, from dark to color, right? It's kind of like from gray to colorful, if you will. So for some of you, Taurus, if your world has been kind of dark, if you've been feeling a little bit depressed, down on your luck, even, you're about to step into the springtime of your life, okay? With butterfly and ribbons, and things are gonna start getting more colorful. And I feel like for a lot of you, it may have to do with love, because all this pink energy is giving me like very much like, you know, not just feminine energy, but like I said, there's a softness to it. For a lot of you, it may be that you're not receiving enough affection from someone. I feel like someone's gonna be showering you with like affection. There's gonna be a new sense of beauty and a new energy that's gonna make you see the world from a more positive outlook, okay? That's going to improve your own sense of self. You yourself are gonna start feeling more beautiful, more positive, more ready to love, to show love, to express love, not just to receive it, okay? Things are changing for you between worlds, and I feel like it's like you're in between that big change that's about to occur. You're in between it right now. You're crossing through, okay? Let's see what message will come out for you. We are using the Witch's Tarot for the main reading, and we'll do a Celtic cross. And folks, like, comment, subscribe, share these messages if you like them, so more people get to see them. All right, if you have suggestions, don't hesitate to let me know. Contact me at lammouspiritual@gmail.com, or just lammou@lammouspiritual.com. Yeah, let's see. It's also a bit of encouragement for me to know that you guys are liking what I'm doing here. It's a call to action, if you will. We have the King of Pentacles and the Emperor that came out. My goodness, some of you, you're about to come into some big money here, okay? Some of you are about to receive some financial abundance stories, okay? If you are dealing with a Capricorn, especially, or an Aries, that person's about to come and show off, and gonna show up and show off into your world. They really want to walk your world. They're really gonna adore you and spoil you, if you will. That's beautiful. Let's see messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Yes, Taurus, you do rule the second house. We have that number 2 here with all that pink. I'm getting very much the Venus energy, feminine power here. This is your central issue. 6 of Swords. Oh my God. Like, how on the nose can that be? The definition of the 6 of Swords is moving from troubled water. To simplify it for you guys, okay? If there was like a simple way to explain it, it would be that. Leaving the conflict of the 5 of Swords behind, moving towards calmer sea, moving towards ease, moving towards peace, okay? Literally traveling, leaving behind, just like we see here, leaving those gray skies, the going forward, movement towards the colorful. And that is the central issue, and that is the main theme of your reading as well, with that card of Between Worlds. So that's just quite like under nose for you. Let's keep going, and I'm gonna pull the main message here before I start going to each card. If not, it's gonna go very long. We have the Page of Swords as the what's causing this. So there's a new beginning, information is needed, knowledge is needed, okay? We have at the foundation here, we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it was this card. We have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the situation. Your advice card is the Ten of Wands. All right, gotta let go of some of these burdens to move forward into this new, to cross this across the sea here, to leave that troubled water behind you. You cannot take all this conflict and all the baggage with you. You gotta leave some stuff behind, understandably so. So here we have in the recent past the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, there was a new offer that was presented to you. Something new was presented to you. A golden opportunity was presented to you, okay? And here we have the High Priest, which is the same as the Hierophant, number 5 major arcana in the near future. So let's stop here for a second before we continue pulling out cards. So Taurus, in the middle center of your reading, you have all this swords energy, all this air energy, and we know the air energies have to do with like the intellect, have to do with communication, with self-expression even, right? It's like mental activities. So there is, especially for those of you that have been having a lot of mental conflict, it may not be that you're in conflict with other people. It may be that you were having mental conflict within yourselves, right? Between your decisions, in your own decision making. You were creating that conflict in your mind, the way you are processing information, you're processing things. Perhaps some of you were having kind of like a lack of confidence, right, in your own intellect, in your own ability. And here, that it's like, I feel like with that Page of Swords, something happened, okay? You came to an understanding with yourself. It's almost like you had a little chat with yourself. You had like a little moment with yourself when you sat yourself down and you laid down all your pros and cons. You laid down all those things that you have achieved. You laid down all those preparations that you went through, all the learnings that you have acquired, right? All the experiences that you have. And it's almost like that gave you a little, that give you a boost of confidence, a boost of confidence in moving forward, a boost of confidence in knowing that, yeah, I may not know everything. Yeah, I may not be an expert, but I know enough. I have enough knowledge, I have enough experience, and I have enough drive and the capacity to learn, to assimilate, to process information, to move forward. And I feel like for a lot of you, Taurus, this is in regards, this may not be women's for a lot of you. This may be about work, about career, just about you being able to be an independent, especially financially independent, an independent person, being able to achieve your goals, being able to go for your ambitions, okay? Not shortchange yourself, okay? That's coming here very strongly for some of you. There might have been an offer, perhaps a position that was offered to you, where you start like doubting yourself. Can I do this? Who am I? I mean, I've never been a manager before. I've never led anyone before. You're starting having all those little doubts that's creeping in, okay? And almost like self-sabotaging, almost self-sabotaging for you. And you moved away from that. You left that behind. If it's not you who was doing that internally, there was people that were in your ears creating that sense of conflict in your world. Because at the foundation here, this has to do with work. with the Three of Pentacles. It have to do with working in partnership with other people to accomplish something. And usually it's to accomplish something that's going to be for the greater good. Especially look at this card, the depiction here in that Three of Pentacles. He's drawing a pentacle here. His mind is on the money, and his money is on my mind. It's on his mind. I say his money is on my mind. Right? It's a pentacle that they're drawing here. It's like, how am I going to accomplish this goal? How am I gonna like he's not just visualizing that pentacle is gonna earn, that pentacle that was offered. How am I gonna do it? Can I do it? Can I take on this position? Will I be able to do it? Well, before the tailor sew the fabrics together to create a garment, most of them, they start with a drawing. Well, first the thought, the idea in their mind, then they bring it as a drawing, and an interpretation of the idea, and then they materialize it. Sometimes before they even do like the wheel with the real fabric, they may play out with some paper fabric, right? Or with some like fabric perhaps that's not as expensive, right? To see how it will come out. Is it feasible? Would it work out? Would it be functional? And that's what some of you are doing. You are such in a sense of doubt. You felt like at the foundation of it, you are practicing. You're practicing your drawing. You're practicing the work here, the task that's at hand. You are studying, and that's good. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your abilities, but study. Prepare yourself for it. Especially with the Page of Swords, there's a sense of paying attention to details to really learn the craft with the Page of Swords, okay? Because there's a pitfall with the Page of Swords, as if you assume too much, especially if you get too cocky, thinking like, I know all this, I can do this and that not understanding that you do not know everything, you can create trouble for yourself in the future. So I feel like for some of you, Taurus, you took your time. Like you went through that phase of perhaps of feeling gray and feeling like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then you stopped yourself, you paused, and you started drawing. You started practicing. This is what's being asked of me. This is what's expected of me. They want me to replicate this beautiful golden thing. Let me start in a drawing paper. Let me learn. Let me get all the knowledge I can get about it. And this is great. This is very good. The advice here is to let go of the burden. Let go of over responsibility. For some of you, there's a sense here you don't have to do everything. You may learn to delegate. You may have to learn to delegate some of that responsibilities, okay? Especially if you're being called to a position of authority. Like to be, because with the Hierophant, it's you committing yourself to greater responsibility. And here with the 10 of Wands here, some of you, it's either you're gonna need to not just, I'm sorry, for some of you, like it's coming in so quickly, like my mouth cannot keep up. Like for some of you, it's either that you have to learn to or you have to learn to delegate, that you don't have to do everything. And for some of you, this is like also a warning to let you know, once you take on that responsibility, you become that Hierophant, you assume that managerial position, you assume that leadership position, you are gonna have a lot of responsibilities, and you need to learn, you need to really kind of like bolster yourself up on how you're gonna carry this stack of responsibility. Look at the red garment here, right? Isn't it similar? It looks like that of that High Priest. The High Priest has a lot of responsibility. They have people they're not just in a position to give advice and whatnot, to be a spiritual leader, but they're also in a position of trainer, of teacher. Okay, they're preparing the next group, right? The next wave of leaders. So that's a very big responsibility. And for some of you, I feel like you are very well aware during this time about the heavy responsibility that you are about to assume by accepting this Ace of Pentacles, because the aces are just an offer. You don't have to accept it. It's an offer. And I feel like you are preparing yourself, a lot of you Taurus, you are bolstering your knowledge, your experience, you are gaining confidence, right? Kind of like drawing from all the things that you've learned, drawing from all your previous experiences, and learning adding on to that knowledge base, so you can really be in a position where you feel a sense of authority within yourself. okay, before you can show yourself, your face there, out there, to lead other people, okay? Whatever it may be for you, whether it's a job, whether it's within your own family. And I feel like a lot of you, this is very much so about career, and my attention was drawn to the two here. Taurus, you rule the second house, and it's about careers, right? The things that we do to earn a living. Here we have the King of Swords, taking charge. This is the you position. You are taking charge, and you are taking charge not just of like your life, but also especially your intellectual life, right? Your intellect, okay? This is about like taking control of things with the King of Swords. This is like being very decisive, saying, I say where, yes, now I'm in that leadership role, I'm gonna take charge of this, okay? I'm assuming that I'm taking on that offer, I'm assuming the responsibilities, now I'm in control. You are literally kind of like playing the role, okay, that you just assumed here, and you're doing a good job at it. Even if you're not feeling all that, you're just now stepping into your self-confidence, no one could tell the difference because you are playing the role very well. Very good for you, Taurus. And here we have the external factors. Ooh, this is the 10 of Swords. External factors, something needed to end. So we have two 10s here. We have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, and that's how we started here. By assuming that level of responsibilities, there are certain things you're gonna have to leave behind, okay? And for some of you, I feel like it may be certain relationships you may have to leave behind. Some people may felt like because these are external factors, there are endings that are happening and that are like outside of you. Some friendship may end because of you. Because you are choosing to take on that role. Some people perhaps you are working with in partnership that you thought were your friends, that you thought that would be along for the ride, they might desert you. You may have to walk away from them. You by yourself here. There's no partner here. You're doing the work by yourself. Okay? You cannot carry all the baggage with you. Wherever there was conflict in the past, with that 6 of Swords here, that's a central issue. Between worlds, you may have to leave some people behind. For some of you, you may have to travel. You may have to leave a location behind, even in assuming that responsibility. Even if this is about love, it's you in the recent past, you proposed to someone or someone proposed to you with that Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes it presents itself as a ring to me. At the foundation, it's coming into partnership with someone. By coming into a partnership with that person, may require you to move behind, okay? To travel, to move state, to move location, okay, and to leave certain conflicts in the past, especially things that left you overburdened. You may have to learn to share responsibility, to allow that person to shoulder some of that burden that you used to take on by yourself. Regardless, there are things, there are friendships, there are relationships that are ending in your world because of this commitment, whether it's work or love, with the Hierophant, the High Priest here, because the Hierophant is also the card of marriage, of institutions, okay? Let's see. The King of Wands. Oh my goodness, how many kings we have here? Oh, we have the King of Pentacles that fell while we were shuffling. We have the King of Swords here, and here we have the King of Wands. That's your hope and fear. That's who you want to be. You want to not just be someone who's just with the mind, right? Especially for those of you, this is about work. You don't just want to be that cold boss that just say who, where, when, that just giving directions. For a lot of you here, you want to be that cool boss. That boss that's kind of like in charge, unmistakably so, no one can mistake it, right? Look at all this red here that are like in control and in power, but that can smile, that can be friendly. They don't have to lose friends, right, that still can earn the respect of their friends, that while they're being friendly with them. Because there are times, especially for those of you that are women, once you like in a work situation, right, even in a friendship situation, right, and like your situation change, your position in life change, right, you have a change in status, whether it's because you get married perhaps to someone who's more affluent, or you get a new position, a higher position of leadership. People that you thought would be happy for you, they don't know how to deal because they're so used to you being like, oh, the friendly, happy-go-lucky. by assuming certain responsibilities, you have to shift hat. You have to shift the way you approach people. You have to do things a certain way. You have to make requests and demands of people and expect the respect of your that position requires from those people, even those people that you're friendly with. And some people don't know how to deal. Some people don't know how to navigate these two fields between world, between those two planes here, the friends and I'm also your boss now too. Between the, yes, we used to be good friends, but now I'm about to be a married woman, I'm planning my wedding, I cannot have girls night every week or dude nights every week. I have to give time to my new person. I have to plan this wedding. They're like my new focus. Like, some people, they have a hard time dealing with that. So for some of you, you do not want to be that cool person, but you feel like that's what you are being right now because you have to, in order to earn the respect that you feel like you deserve, in order for people to respect you in your position, in order for you to set the tone, okay? But what you want, what your hope is to be that cool king of wands, that's confident, that demands, almost like, not demands, that just, when they walk in the womb, people just automatically default to them, to their sense of authority, right? Like they don't feel that things as to, ooh, why you think you're in control and all of this. They're just like, oh yes, you are the king, of course, ha ha ha, thank you for inviting us, king. Like, they're showing personalities that just can do that. Okay, so that's what you're assuming. You that's what you want. That's what you're hoping for, to be that cool boss, to just be cool, for everything to be cool, for everyone to be cool. You don't want that issue, okay, that problem. But the outcome here is the Knight of Swords. Here we are, okay? Here we are. You are the Knight of Swords. That's the outcome of all of this. The Knight is a messenger. The Knight is not yet a king, even though now you are feeling yourself as a king, you're presenting yourself as a king. And that's what I said earlier when that card came out. I told you, Taurus, some of you, you may not be internally inside, you may not be quiet, as confident as the king. You may not have earned, you might not have earned the respect of the people the way you would like to as a king, but you're presenting yourself as a king, and you have to be that king of swords during this time to change the tone, because it's gonna be, it's a drastic change, right? But the outcome is you still have the Knight of Swords. You're still learning the hopes. At least you're not the Page of Swords. You are moving on. You're moving forward. Things are moving, but you're moving towards the king. Hopefully, the King of Wands, like you hope, not the King of Swords. But you are making moves. You are making money moves, and you're earning the respect that you desire. You are doing it. You are doing the job. This is your time. The wheel of the year. This is your time. This is fated. Okay. This is your destiny. No one can take that away from you. Go with it in confidence, okay? Don't downplay yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't set any limits for yourself to make other people feel comfortable. Be you. Authenticity is so important. Will win everybody, okay? Be authentic. Be authentically you. Set boundaries, of course. Let go of those people that are not gonna be for the right, because they're not meant to be, because they don't have your best interests at heart. They cannot be happy for you. Let them go. But be yourself, all right? Ooh, I see you. It's the Emperor, and it came out like this. It came out in reverse for you. It's the Emperor. The Emperor in reverse can be quite egotistical, and I wanted to clarify that King of Swords for you. So some of you may be presenting yourself like this, as an Emperor in reverse. It's kind of like the Emperor has no clothes. The Emperor in reverse. It's an Emperor that can be very controlling, very harsh. And that's the way you're presenting yourself. You may be seen, or you may want to come across right now, Taurus. I don't know why you would want that, but I feel like you really want to shift that energy nonetheless. So ask yourself, is that how you want to be seen? It's not. I already know it, because that's your hope right here, to be the King of Wands. So you may want to talk to your superior, to other people that have walked that same path as you, to ask them, how did you manage at the beginning? You may want to get, like, a mentor, if you will. You may want to even have like a team meeting the people that are like right above you to say, hey, how can I best help you? To make sure you have an open office environment, as in, like, if you have any suggestion, if you have any concern, please come to me. Okay, let people know that, you know, you are there for them. You want to work with them, but you also have a work here. And by the way, the magician is sticking out under that wheel of the year. I cannot help it. You manifested this. You wanted this. You wanted this. Okay, you created this. You are creating this. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, that faded, that you're creating this in concert with the universe. Okay, this is like self-manifested destiny, if you will. So, Knight of Wands, things are moving on fast. Things are moving fast. It's almost like it's being taken away from you. So that energy here, Taurus, for some of you, you won't have a lot of time in it to shift that. If you are coming across like this and you feel like you are becoming this person, this kind of buzz, this kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm just so engaged, you're all into ego, like I don't have time for you, like, you know, like you could be becoming bridezilla if you're planning a wedding, whatever may be the case for you guys. You don't have a lot of time to shift that. If you stay on in this energy for too long, it may be too late for you to change people's perspective, to even shift your own energy around. Okay? If you don't like this, the way this feels, this kind of person, the way you're feeling right now, the time to change it is now. Okay, the time to change it is now, and you can ask for advice, and you can just meditate on it yourself. What kind of boss would you like to be? What kind of friend would you like to be if the situation were reversed? And how would you go about to do it? And ask the people around you, have I changed? You know, do you know, how do I get to my sunny place? I want to go back to the sunny place. I want to go back to my happy self despite the responsibilities, right? I'm still growing, I'm still learning. Fate has called me to step into this position. I want to do it with gusto, but you want to take on more of that yin energy, that feminine energy, especially for those of you that are women out there. All right, ladies, you don't want to become that BI8 boss and now all your friends hate you and whatnot. Stay between worlds. Go towards the color. Go towards springtime. You can have it all. Your friends, your new responsibility, money. I told you guys I had the Emperor and the King of Pentacles that came out for you. So I know some of you are coming into some abundance. At least some status change here. Changing status in your life. Let's see. We're gonna finish up with an oracle card from Work Your Light oracle deck. Let's see what advice Spirit have for you, Taurus. Advice for Taurus. Advice for Taurus. And thank you so much for all of you that have watched to the end. If you want a personal reading, please go on LanmouSpiritual.com to book a reading. And let's see. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, folks. Let me know what you think. Is this resonating with you? Whoa, that is way too much. We are not doing all that. We have 2 cards on the floor. Oh, 3. I'm going to keep shuffling, okay? I'm going to pick up these cards. I'm going to pick up these cards. Let's flip them face up. And then we're going to keep shuffling here, okay? And give me a second. Let's use some Power Center here. Let's cleanse these cards a little bit for you, Taurus. The advice is like, ooh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Okay, it is here. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have trust your path. Trust your path. Yes, trust your path. It is faded. Trust your path that you are being called to assume this responsibility, to assume this new status, this new, you know, whatever it is, to get this new lover, you know, partner. Actually, that wouldn't be a lover. That's higher level of commitment. This marriage, this big commitment, like, you know, trust your path. This is your path. Anyone that's not in for your happiness, that's not happy for you in that path, they don't need to, you don't need to take them with you, okay? Leave them behind as you get into that 6 of Swords boat here. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Okay? And for some of you, I'm gonna say, even if you don't think you'll be supported, you'll find, if you, once you decide what you want to do, once you decide what's in alignment with you, and you realize, and you're going for it, you're preparing for it, you're studying for it, you're shouldering the burden, you're going towards your happy place, towards your sunshine, towards your springtime, and there are people that are not supporting you, that you thought would be there to support you, are not supporting you, leave them behind. They're not for you. They were never good for you, okay? If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Because I feel like for some of you, Taurus, you've been shortchanging yourself. There's been a lack of confidence. And I feel like it's because you feel like, whether it's because people were talking in your head, making you feel like you're not good enough for this, you'll never accomplish this, or people from your family only do this, whatever it was, there's something that took a bite of your confidence. Or some of you just did not want to leave behind your friends, you did not want to have family, okay? They're going to be like, oh, who you think you are now? There is this kind of toxic relationship where people that you would think would be there for you, they're just not, okay? So this is gonna be a big lesson for you, okay, in knowing to let go. Like, I think it was Jennifer Lopez that said, yeah, she had to distance herself from family, from friends at the beginning of her career, when her acting career and her musical career started to take off. She had to put some distance because she knew she couldn't take everyone with her. It was too heavy. The burden was too heavy. She had to create some distance. And when it was time to rejoin again, and the people that were there for her, the people that understood, the people that meant well for her, guess what? They were right there. They were still there. They were still waiting for her. So sometimes we have to do that in life. Minta Ken, longing for home, belonging, the original light worker, longing for home, belonging. Who's your tribe, Taurus? Who's your real tribe? Who's gonna ride for you? Who's gonna work with you in that project? When this new beginning happens, when you call this golden opportunity come through, who can you count on for counsel? Who can you count on to keep you grounded? Okay, to keep you in your happy place. Okay, find your tribe. This is a message for you. I know I repeated myself a lot, but that's how it's coming through very strong. And I hope you guys make use of it and it resonates with you, that it brings you some clarity. And for whatever reason, that between world keep on staring at me. Let's see here. We're going to look at it before I go, guys. There's a message in there for you. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. So that's how some of you are feeling, okay? Like between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is the time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences, Page of Swords energy, in this place between what was and what will be. What was, which is the new offer, and what will be, which is you being the high priest, the new responsibility. You. That is so good. It's a state of making and unmaking and making again. Yes, making, creating, practicing, right? That's how we talk about. Like the tailor, he practiced, he thinks about it, he have the illustration made of the garment, and he may have to make a first sample, a second sample, right? The making, unmaking, and perhaps we're making again, okay, of what is essential now is to admit, not knowing, there is a great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thought, feelings, beliefs, desire, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take roots. But what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Glancing, like the eyes glancing at a rainbow for the first time, okay? Imagine what this world that you have created. We had the Wheel of Fortune here. There's a greater picture here that you don't understand. You've planted seed, you manifested something, you prayed on something in the past, but the way it's gonna come out to you, the way God's gonna manifest it to you into the real world, the way it's going to materialize, it's something that's even bigger perhaps than you anticipated, that you cannot envision right now. But be open to it, be curious about it, and enjoy the ride. Thank you so much. I'm sending you guys so much love during this time. I'll see you next week for the love reading. Bye.